welcome to episode 4 of Movie History, Walt Disney Animation Studios. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it, guys. This is so much fun. And today we got a very great episode for you guys and girls because this is just the beginning of something new here on the series. If we can go to every single movie made by Disney Animation, and if you're looking for something familiar, then you came to the right place. Man, we're having a whole lot of fun, because, yeah, I thought so too. Are you ready for the good old times? Yes, you better be, because here we go. And we're going to get started right now with episode 4. So thank you for coming, and let's start the show right now. So for episode 4 of the series, we are taking a look at Dumbo, released in 1941. So be prepared. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, I promise you. It's be a good time to take a look at. You haven't seen a previous episode, which is episode 3, where we took a look at Fantasia. I'll leave a link to it on the top right corner of the screen for you to go click. Right now, the episode is waiting for you to go catch up however you want. As you can see, that previous episode was a feature-length episode. That's right. That episode is a feature-length episode. At a runtime of 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 54 seconds. Longest video in the series ever. Unbelievable. Totally unbelievable. That episode 3 seems to be a movie. Yeah, a movie where we go through everything you know about Fantasia. Now, that totally is a feature-length episode. So make sure you go check it out. It's episode 3 of Fantasia. It's actually a movie. Yeah, it's a feature-length movie. So go give it a watch. But anyways, enough talk. Let's get right into the episode. Are you ready for this? Good. Then let's get started. So let's see what the movie's about. So about the movie. Dumbo is a 1941 American animated film produced by Walt Disney Productions and released by RKO Radio Pictures. The fourth animated feature film. It's based upon the storyline written by Helen Amberson and Harold Pearl and illustrated by Helen Durley for the prototype of a novelty toy, Roll the Book. The main character is Jumbo Jr., a semi-anthropomorphic elephant who is cruelly nicknamed Dumbo. As in dumb. He is ridiculed for his big ears, but in fact, he is capable of flying by using his ears as wings. Throughout most of the film, his only true friend, aside from his mother, is the mouse, Timothy, a relationship parodying the stereotypical animosity between mice and elephants. Dumbo was released on October 23rd, 1941, made to recoup the financial losses of both Pinocchio and Fantasia. It was a deliberate pursuit of simplicity and economy for the Disney studio. At 64 minutes, it is one of Disney's shortest animated features. The sound was recorded conventionally using the RCA system. One voice was synthesized using the Sonovox system, but it too was recorded using the RCA system. In 2017, the film was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. A live-action adaptation of the film was directed by Tim Burton, was released on March 29th, 2019. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. As we take a look at the stats for the movie, it was directed by Ben Sharpstein, who was the supervising director, Norman Ferguson, Wilfred Jackson, Bill Roberts, Jack Kinney, and Samuel Arshaw. It was produced by Walt Disney. Story by Otto Englander, Joe Grant, and Dick Huber, based on Dumbo the Flying Elephant by Helen Emerson and Harold Pearl, starring Edward Brophy, Herbert Bink, Margaret Wright, Sterling Holloway, Verna Felton, Cliff Edwards, James Baxket, Nick Stewart, and the Hall, John Sequire. Narrated by John McLeish, music by Frank Churchill, Oliver Wallace, produced by production company Walt Disney Productions, distributed by RKO Radio Pictures, release dates October 23rd, 1941 in New York City, and October 31st, 1941 for the rest of the U.S. Running time is 64 minutes. Countries, the United States, language is English, run budget is $950 million, and box office $1.3 million. Established in the United States and Canada, right until 1941. So, as you can see, Dumbo was released nationwide in the U.S. on October 31st, Halloween Day. Man. Didn't know about that. Anyways, let's see what the plot's about. Let's go to the plot. Upon the passing of winter, in 1941, a flock of storks deliver babies to circus animals within the winter quarters in Florida. All the mothers receive their parcels before departure, except the elephant, Mrs. Jumbo. During travel, a lost stork brings her an elephant who, to the other elephant's surprise, is adorned with extraordinary large ears. He is made an object of ridicule and given the name Dumbo. Mrs. Jumbo attempts to remain dignified and treats her child with all her material love, with all her maternal love. But when a group of rascals takes to mocking Dumbo, Mrs. Jumbo catches one of them with her trunk and spanks him. The circus ringmaster deems Mrs. Jumbo mad and has her locked in a cage. The low Dumbo is made a pariah amongst the rest of the circus troupe. A small mouse named Tiffany consoles Dumbo and vows to make him a star. After being secretly encouraged by Timothy, the ringmaster makes Dumbo the top elephant of the pyramids of an elephant pyramid stunt. The performance goes awry when Dumbo trips over his ears and misses his target, causing the other elephants to suffer various injuries and bring him down to the big top. Dumbo is made into a clown as a result, to the shame of the other elephants, and plays the main role in an act that involves him falling into a vat of pie filling. Despite his newfound popularity and fame, Dumbo hates his job and is now more miserable than ever. To cheer Jumbo up, Timothy takes him to visit his imprisoned mother. The two are unable to see each other face to face and can only entwine trunks. On the way back, Dumbo cries and then gets the hiccups. So Timothy takes him for a drink of water from a basket that, unknown to them, has accidentally had a bottle of champagne spilled into it by the clouds. As a result, Dumbo and Timothy both get drunk and have surreal hallucinations of pink elephants. The next morning, Dumbo and Timothy are awakened by a group of crows who are surprised to find elephants sitting on the highest branches of a tree. As the initial astonishment passes, Timothy surmisses that Dumbo had managed to achieve flight using his large ears as wings. Timothy persuades an insecure Dumbo to use this gift with the support of the crow's leader, who gives Dumbo one of his feathers and convinces him that that carries magic and properties that will allow him to fly. Back at the circus, Timothy proposes Dumbo to transform his clown act into a flying performance. As Dumbo unfolds his ears during the deployment, he loses the feather and panics. Timothy quickly confesses that the feather was never magical, and that he is still able to fly. Dumbo is able to pull out of the dive and flies around the circus, finally striking back at the tormentors as a stunned audience looks on in amazement. After this performance, Dumbo becomes a media sensation. Timothy becomes his manager at the new owner of the circus. Dumbo and Mrs. Jumbo are given a private car on the circus train, and while the sensitive train Casey Jr. travels to the next destination, Mrs. Jumbo, Dumbo, and the crows wave goodbye in the distance, with the little elephant's new friends wishing him good luck. Aww. So that's it for the plot, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the voice cast. The voice actors are uncredited for their roles in the film. The title character is Dumbo, the name they gave to Jumbo Jr. He is an elephant who has huge ears and is able to use them to fly, carrying what he thinks of as a magic feather. Like Dumpy in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, who was on episode 1, and Gideon in Pinocchio, who was on episode 2, as well as Toodles, who I'll talk about in a future episode of the series. Dumbo does not have a word spoken dialogue. Does not have a word of spoken dialogue. Edward Brumpy as Timothy Q. Mouse, as an anthropomorphic mouse who becomes the only friend of Dumbo, along with the crows, after his mother is locked up, and does his best to make Dumbo happy again. He teaches Dumbo how to become the ninth wonder of the universe, and the only flying elephant in the world. He is never mentioned by name in the film, but his signature can be read on the contract in a newspaper photograph at the finale. So Timothy's name is never said in the film. No one ever said his name. Now that is totally weird. Anyways, Verna Felton as Elephant Matriarch, the well-meaning but pompous leader of the elephants, who is initially cold towards Dumbo. Felton also voices Mrs. Jumbo, Dumbo's mother, who speaks only once in the film given to Dumbo's name. Aww. Who she only speaks one time. Unbelievable. Yeah, Cliff Edwards as Danny Crow, previously named Jim Crow on the original ball sheets, the leader of a group of crows. Though he initially chokes and ridicules Timothy's idea that Dumbo can fly, he hears Dumbo's tragic history and becomes determined to help Dumbo fly for real. He is never mentioned by name in the film. Oh no. So, like Timothy, Danny Crow's name is never mentioned. No one said his name. No one has ever said his name. Ugh, unbelievable. So, anyways, then we have then Herman Bing as the ringmaster, who though not truly evil, is a strict, greedy, and arrogant man who exploits workers and animals. The ringmaster later appears as an outright villain in the video game Disney's Villain's Revenge. Margaret Wright as Casey Jr., the sensitive 240 tender locomotive hauling the circuit train. Yeah, other characters include Sterling Holloway as Mrs. Stork, the Hall Just Inquire as the Crow Circus, James Basket as Fats Crow, Nick Stewart as Specs Crow, Hall Jack Johnson as Deacon Crow, Jim Carmichael as Dopey Crow, the King's Men as Rustabout Circuit Inquires, Noreen Camille as Elephant Caddy, Dorothy Scott as Elephant Giddy, Sarah Sylvie as Elephant Prissy, Malcolm Hudson as Skinny, Bill Bletcher as the Clown, and John McLeish as the narrator. So that's the voice cast for Dumbo as we move on to the production. Starting with the development. Dumbo is based upon a children's story written by Helen Aberson Mayer and Harold Pearl, with illustrations by Helen Durney. The children's book was first brought to the attention of Walt Disney in late 1939 by Disney's head of merchandise, licensee K. Kamen, who showed a prototype of the roll book that included Dumbo. Disney immediately grasped its possibilities and heartwarming story and purchased the rights to it. Originally, it was intended to be a short film. However, Disney soon found out that the only way to do justice to the book was to make it a feature-length film. At the time, the Disney studio was in serious financial trouble due to the war in Europe, which caused Pinocchio and Fantasia to fall at the box office. With the result, Dumbo was intended to be a low-budget feature designed to bring revenue to the studio. Story artist Dick Huber and Joe Grant were assigned to develop the plot into a feature-length film. From January 22nd to March 21st, 1940, they wrote a 102-page script outline in chapters, much like a book, an unusual way of writing a film script. They conceived the stork delivery and the pink elephants sequence, and had Dumbo's mother renamed from Mother Ella to Mrs. Jumbo. They ripped on elephant's fear by replacing a wise robin named Red, found in the original story with the wisecracking mouse character Timothy. They also added a rusty black crow, which was later expanded into 5. Regardless of this, very little was changed from the original draft. In March 1940, a story team headed by Otto Englander translated the outline into story sketches. So yeah, that's pretty much it. As we take a look at the animation from Disney's perspective, Dumbo required none of the special effects that has slowed down production and grew the budgets of Pinocchio, Fantasia, and Bambi. Again, Pinocchio was on episode 2, Fantasia was on episode 3, and Bambi will be in the next episode of the series. So you have seen Pinocchio or Fantasia, give these two a watch. As for Bambi, it'll be in the next episode, so please stay tuned. Okay, when the film went into production in early 1941, supervising director Ben Sharpstein was given orders to keep the film simple and inexpensive. As a result, the character designs are simpler, background paintings are less detailed, and a number of held cells or frames were used in the character animation. Although the film is more cartoony than previous Disney films, the animators brought elephants and other animals into the studio to study their movement. Watercolor paint was used to render the backgrounds. Dumbo is one of the few Disney features to use the technique, which was also used for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and regularly employed for the various Disney cartoon shorts. The other Disney features used oil paint and gouache. 2002's Lilo and Stitch, which drew influences from Dumbo, also made use of watercolor backgrounds. And Lilo and Stitch will be in a future episode, so please stay tuned. I'll let you know when that video comes out. Going to Disney's animated strikes. Disney animated strikes. Strike. During a story meeting for Bambi on February 27, 1940, Disney observed that Dumbo was an obvious stray cartoon, and that the animators were assigned to on Bambi were not appropriate for the look of Dumbo. Animators such as Art Babbitt and Ward Kimball were considered for the film. For that reason, less experienced animators were brought on to animate the characters. Kimball recalled that Disney approached him in a parking lot about Dumbo, and I summarized the entire story in 5 minutes. And listening to him tell that story, Kimball noticed. I could tell that the picture was going to work because everything sounded right. It had a great plot. In spite of this, Bill Titla, who was one of the studio's top animators, animated the title character, but admitted that it was in the nature of the film to go very fast and get it out in a hurry. To speed up production, Disney used photostats of story sketches instead of full layout artwork for the film, and had experienced animators to supervise the younger, less experienced animators assigned on the film. Production on the film was interrupted on May 29, 1941, when much of the Disney animation staff went on strike. Kimball chose not to strike, but his close friend Walt Kelly, who was an assistant animator helping him on the crow sequence, left the studio shortly after for reasons unrelated to the strike. The clown's request to get a raise for their boss is a reference to the Disney animators that went on strike in 1941 during the creation of the film, demanding higher pay from Walt himself. Moreover, the clowns, or at least their silhouettes, are caricatures of those animators. So now you know, animators, you're on strike. I know. Let's go to the songs and performers. Look out for Mr. Stewart by the Sportsmen. Casey Jr. by the Sportsmen. Song of the Roustabouts by the King's Men. Baby Mine by Betty the Noits. The Clown Song, aka We're Gonna Hit the Big Boss for a Raise by Billy Bletcher, Eddie Holden, and Billy Sheets. Pink Elephants on Parade by the Sportsmen, preceded by 2 minutes of the music on soundtrack version. When I See an Elephant Fly by Clint Edwards and the Hall Johnson Choir. When I See an Elephant Fly, reprise on classic Disney, and finally When I See an Elephant Fly, reprise on classic Disney 60 Years of Musical Magic. Pink Elephants on Parade is included on the green disc. Baby Mine is on the purple disc. And When I See an Elephant Fly is on the orange disc. On Disney's Greatest Hits, the Pink Elephants on Parade is on the red disc. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say. That's it for songs and performers as we go to the release. Dumbo was completed and delivered to Disney's distributor, RKO Radio Pictures, on September 11, 1941. RKO initially balked at the film's 64-minute length and asked Disney to add another 10 minutes. Disney refused. No, that's as far as I can stretch it. You can stretch a thing so far, then it won't hold. The pitch is right as it is, and another 10 minutes is liable to cost $500,000. I can't afford it. The film was released. The film was re-released on in theaters in 1949, 1959, 1972, and 1976. Man, it's a whole lot of fun. On the television broadcast, Dumbo had its television premiere on September 14, 1955, albeit severely edited as an installment of the Disneyland television show. The film was shown unaltered on September 17, 1978, as part of a two-night salute to the program's 25th anniversary. Yeah, I really love it. Let's go to home media. Along with Alice in Wonderland, Dumbo was the first of Disney's canon of animated films to be released on home media video. The film was originally released on June 26, 1981 on VHS and Betamax, which was followed with a release on Laserdisc and CED in June 1982. It was again re-released on VHS and Betamax as part of the Walt Disney Classic series on November 6, 1985. The film was re-released on VHS and Laserdisc on June 12, 1991. It was followed by another reissue on VHS and Laserdisc on October 28, 1994, as part of the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection. On October 23, 2001, a 60th anniversary edition was released in VHS and DVD formats. In 2006, a Big Top edition of the film was released on DVD. A 70th anniversary edition of the film was released in the United States on September 20th, 2011. The 70th anniversary edition was produced in two different packages: a 2-disc DVD/Blu-ray DVD combo pack and a 1-disc DVD. The film was also released as a movie download. All versions of the 70th anniversary edition contain deleted scenes and several bonus features, including including Taking Flight, The Making of Dumbo, and The Magic of Dumbo: A Rite of Passage. While the 2-disc Blu-ray version additionally includes games, animated shorts, and several exclusive features. The film was the film was re-released on Blu-ray and DVD on April 26, 2016 to celebrate its 75th anniversary. Man, do love it. Can't wait to see more of that. Let's go to the reception. Start with the box office. Despite the advent of World War II, Dumbo was still the most financially successful Disney film of the 1940s. After its October 23rd release, Dumbo proved to be a financial miracle compared to other Disney films. The simple film only cost $950,000, equivalent to $16,510,000 in 2019, to produce half the cost of Snow White, less than a third of the cost of Pinocchio, and certainly less than the expensive Fantasia. Dumbo eventually grossed roughly more than $1.3 million, equivalent to $27,810,000 in 2019. During its original release, the film returned a profit of $850,000. Oh my gosh, can't wait. Let's go to critical reception. Variety wrote that Dumbo was a pleasant little story. Plenty of pathos mixed with the large doses of humor, a number of appealing new animal characters, lots of good music, and the usual Disney skillfulness in technique and in drawing and use of color. Cecilia Agger, writing in PM, called Dumbo the nicest, kindest Disney yet. It has the most taste, beauty, compassion, skill, restraint. It marks a return to Disney first principles. The Animal Kingdom, the happy land where Disney workers turn into artists, where their imagination, playfulness, ingenuity, daring flourish feast, where, in short, their home. Bosley Crowther, reviewing for the New York Times, wrote that the film was the most genial, the most endearing, the most completely precious cartoon feature film ever to emerge from the magic brushes of Walt Disney's wonder-working arts. Time wrote, like story and characters, Dumbo's coloring is soft and subdued, free from picture postcard colors and confusing detail, a significant technical advance. But the charm of Dumbo is that it again brings to life that almost human animal kingdom where Walter Elias Disney is the king of them all. Harris's reports praise the film as one of Walt Disney's most delightful offerings. Technically, it's excellent. The color is exceptionally good. The story itself is pleasing. It combines comedy with human appeal. The only fault is that occasionally the action slows down. Additionally, Time had originally scheduled to run a story when it appears cover for Mammal of the Year, a play on its annual Man/Person of the Year honor on December 8th, 1941. However, the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7th of that year had postponed it, and the story was later published on December 29th. So yeah, that's all I can say. Oh my gosh. Among retrospective reviews, film critic Leonard Maltin stated that Dumbo is his favorite of Disney's films, and he described it as one of Walt Disney's most charming animated films. In 2011, Time named the film as one of the top 25 all-time best animated films. On the review aggregates website, the Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an appropriate rating of 98% based on 41 reviews, with an average score of 8.38 out of 10. The web consensus reads, Dumbo packs plenty of story into its brief runtime, along with all the warm animation and wonderful music you expect from a Disney classic. Metacritic has assigned a weight score of 96 out of 100 for Dumbo based on 11 reviews, indicating universal acclaim. Yay. I know. let's get to the controversy. Boy, it's gonna be a long one. So get ready. The film has been criticized by some for its handling of race. The Encyclopedia of Racism in American Films from 2018 notes that all of the circus laborers are African American. The only time that blacks are seen in any great number in the entire movie. The lead crow, voiced by white actor Cliff Edwards, is an imitation of Southern African American dialect. Was named Jim Crow after the pre-Civil War minstrel character. The term had become a pejorative term for African Americans and common referred to racial segregation laws. And the character's name was changed in the 1950s to Dandy Crow in an attempt to avoid controversy. So there you know. Film scholar Richard Schickel, in his 1968 book, The Disney Version, argued that the group of crows in the film were African American stereotypes. Oh no. They were voiced by African American actors and singers of the popular all-black Hall Johnson Choir, including actors James Baskett from Song of the South and Nick Stewart from the Amos and Andy Show. Ward Kibble, the chief animator of the Crows, used famous African American dancers, Freddie and Eugene Jackson, as live-action reference for the characters. The personalities and mannerisms of the Crows, specifically their fast-paced back-and-forth dialogue, were inspired by the backchat found on the band records of Cab Calloway and Louis Armstrong. Karina Longworth, exploring the history of Song of the South in her podcast, You Must Remember This, discussed the basis of the Crows in minstrel show culture as part of a wider use of minstrel culture by Walt Disney. In his 1973 book, The Disney Files, the film historian and critic Leonard Maltin argued that the Crows are undeniably black, but they are black characters, not black stereotypes. There's no denigrating dialogue or Uncle Tomism in the scene. And if offense is to be taken in hearing blacks call each other brother, then the viewer is merely sensitive to accuracy. Animation historian John K. Maker felt that the Crows were amongst the very few characters in the film that sympathize and are empathetic with Dumbo's plight, since being a marginalized ethnic group themselves. They can relate to Dumbo as a fellow outcast. He further added the Crows are as father figures, self-assured individuals who are obvious parodies of proletarian blacks. But comments: the Crows are the snappiest, liveliest, most together characters in the film. They are tough and generous. They bow down to no one. And of course, it is they who teach Dumbo to fly. In 2017, Whoopi Goldberg expressed the desire for the Crows, for the Crow characters to be more merchandised by Disney, because those Crows sing the song in Dumbo that everybody remembers. In 2019, Floyd Norman, the first African American animator hired at Walt Disney Productions during the 1950s, defended the Crows in an article entitled "Black Crows and Other PC Nonsense." The Crows and Timothy Q. Mouse were not included in the 2019 live-action / CGI remake of Dumbo. In 2019, it was reported that an edited version of the animated film without the Crows would be featured on the forthcoming Disney Plus service. However, the film does appear on Disney Plus uncensored, with an advisory in the synopsis warning, and may contain outdated cultural depictions. Oh yeah, so now you know. And so that's it for the controversy. Now it's a very long one. Let's get to the awards and honors. Dumbo won the 1941 Academy Award for Best Original Score, awarded to musical directors Frank Churchill and Oliver Wallace. Churchill and lyricist Ned Washington were also nominated for the Academy Award for Best Original Song for Baby Mine. The song plays that during Dumbo's visit to his mother's cell, but did not win for this category. The film also won Best Animation Design at the 1947 Cannes Film Festival. So here is what this looks like. In 1941, going for year, ceremony, award, and result. So for 1941, in the Academy Awards, best scoring for a musical, best scoring of a musical picture, 1. Best original song for the song "Baby Mine," nominated. And 1947 for the Cannes Film Festival for best animation design, 1. So now you know. So the film is recognized by the American Film Institute in these lists. 2004, AFI's 100 Years, 100 Songs, Baby Mine, nominated. 2006, AFI's 100 Years, 100 Cheers, nominated. 2006, AFI's Greatest Movie Musicals, nominated. In 2008, AFI's 10 Top 10, nominated animated film. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go to media merchandise, starting with Dumbo Circus. Dumbo Circus is a live-action puppet television series for preschoolers audiences that aired on the Disney Channel in the 1980s. Unlike in the film, Dumbo spoke on the show. Each character will perform a special act which ranged from dancing and singing to telling knock-knock jokes. Ooh, yay, I know. Let's go to books. For Walt Disney's Dumbo, happy to help. ISBN 0-7634-1129-1, a picture book published by Random House Disney, written by Leanne Onich and illustrated by Peter M. Seal. It was published on January 23rd, 2001. This paperback is for children aged 4 to 8. 24 pages long. It's 0.08 of an inch thick, with cover dimensions of 7.88 to 7.88 inches. Walt Disney's Dumbo, Book of Opposites, ISBN 0-307-06149-3, a book published in August 1997 by Golden Books under the Golden Board book brand. It was rated by Alan Benjamin, illustrated by Peter Emsley, and edited by Heather Lowenberg. 12 pages long and a quarter of an inch thick. This 4th edition book had dimensions of 7.25 to 6 of 7.25 by 6.00 inches. Walt Disney's Dumbo, the Circus Baby, ISBN 0-307-12397-9, a book published in September 1993 by Golden Press under a golden sturdy shaped book brand. Illustrated by Peter Emsley and written by Diane Muldrow, this book is meant for babies and preschoolers. 12 pages long and half an inch thick. This book's cover size is 9.75 by 6.25 inches. And that's pretty much it. Let's go to theme parks. Dumbo, the Flying Elephant, is a popular ride that appears in Disneyland, Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, Tokyo Disneyland, Disneyland Park, Paris, and Hong Kong Disneyland. The Casey Jr. Circus Train is an attraction found at Disneyland and Disneyland Paris. In 2009, Disneyland introduced a flying Dumbo to their nighttime fireworks show, in which the elephant flies around Sleeping Beauty Castle while the fireworks sync to music to go off. Casey Jr. is the second float in the Main Street Electrical Parade and its versions. Casey, driven by Goofy, pulls a drum with the parade logo and Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. Oh man. Man, to Let's too. Let's go to video games. The Ringmaster appears as one of 4 villains in the 1999 PC game Disney's Villain's Revenge. In the game, the Disney villains alter the happy endings from Jiminy Cricket's book. In particular, the Ringmaster forces Dumbo to endlessly perform humiliating stunts in his circus. In the end, the Ringmaster is defeated when he is knocked unconscious by a well-aimed custard pie. Dumbo appears in the popular PlayStation 2 game Kingdom Hearts, released in 2002, in the form of a summon that the player can call upon in battle. For aid, Sora, the protagonist, flies on Dumbo while he splashes enemies with water from his trunk. Dumbo reprises his role as a summon in the follow-up game Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, released in 2004 for the Game Boy Advance. Man, dilemma here. Let's go to the cancel sequel. For the cancel sequel, in 2001, in the 60th anniversary edition of Dumbo, the 60th anniversary edition DVD of Dumbo featured a sneak peek of the proposed sequel Dumbo 2, including new character designs and storyboards. Robert C. Rodriguez of Joseph, Key of the Dreams, was to direct a sequel in which Dumbo and his circus friends navigated a large city after being left behind by their traveling circus. Dumbo 2 also sought to explain what happened to Dumbo's father, Mr. Dumbo. Dumbo's circus friends including the chaotic twin brothers Claw and Lolly, the curious zebra Dot, and the older independent hippo Godfrey, and the adventurous ostrich Penny. The animals were metaphors for the different stages of childhood. Dumbo 2 was supposed to be set on the day immediately following the end of the first Dumbo movie. John Lasseter canceled Dumbo 2 soon after being named Chief Creative Officer of Walt Disney Animation Studios in 2006. So, with that said, Dumbo 2 is out of the picture. Dumbo 2 is officially canceled because of John Lasseter, the Chief Creative Officer of Walt Disney Animation Studios. Curse you, John Lasseter. Let's go to and finally for the live action adaptation. On July 8th, 2014, Walt Disney Pictures announced that a live-action adaptation of Dumbo was in development. In the same announcement, Ethan Kruger was confirmed as the screenwriter, and as well as co-producer with Justin Springer. On March 10th, 2015, Tim Burton was announced as the director. On January 11th, 2017, it was reported that Will Smith was in talks to star in the remake as the father of some children who befriended Dumbo. That same day, it was revealed that Tom Hanks had reportedly been offered to play the film's villain. The following month, it was announced that Smith would not be starring in the film. Smith had apparently passed on for the project due to a disagreement over the salary and scheduling, as well as to star in Bad Boys for Life. However, went on to play the role of the genie in the 2019 live-action remake of Aladdin. In March 2017, it was reported that Eva Green was in talks to play a trapeze artist. Following this announcement, Danny DeVito was cast as ringleader named Medici. 2 weeks later, it was reported that Colin Farrell had entered negotiations to play the role of Holt, which was originally offered to Will Smith. On April 4th, 2017, Michael Keaton, Burton's former frequent collaborator, entered to talks to star as the villain. Keaton confirmed his involvement with the film on June 26th, 2017. Filming took place at the Carrington Studios in Bedfordshire, England. On July 15, 2017, Disney announced the casting for all the principal roles and that the film would be released on March 29th, 2019. Dilpia O'Brien, Joseph Gatt, and Alan Arkin also play new characters created for the film. So, yes, pretty shit. That's all I got to say right here. And that's it for Dumbo, ladies and gentlemen. Yay! Oh my gosh. That's the end of the episode, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some final thoughts of rating for this character, for this movie. How do I rate Dumbo? Definitely the best. Always the best. Guaranteed. Bar none. But I do love it. That's all I got to say. On a scale of 1 to 10, nothing to worry about here. I'm rating Dumbo with a score of 7 out of 10. Good score. Totally the best. Always want to see more of that again. Yeah, I thought so too. Dumbo is a good movie. Want to see more of that? I thought so too. So yes, Dumbo is a good movie. That's why it gets a 7 out of 10. But that's only my personal and conservative opinion. Feel free to agree or disagree with any of your thoughts in the comment section down below. But with that, guys, that's it. It's over. Yay! Thank you all for watching another episode of Movie History, Walt Disney Animation Studios. Hope you guys had a lot of fun. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Man, the last episode was a big one. It was a feature-length episode. In the length, the last episode was in the length of a movie. Man, that was a lot. With a runtime of 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 54 seconds. Fantasia at a lot. But this one didn't last for too long. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you for new episodes of Moshi Sleep Story Reactions and Moshi Monsters Biography later on today. In the meantime, I'm Miguel Sanchez. You yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Movie History, Walt Disney Animation Studios. Please join me next time for episode 5 as we take a look at Bambi, a great love story, and also a true story that featured a little deer who wants to be king of the forest. So stay tuned. Get ready for it. Hope you do not want to miss it. We will see you soon for episode 5 of Movie History, Walt Disney Animation Studios, as we take a look at Bambi. Until the next time we see you, I'm Miguel Sanchez. Please remember to leave a like, share this video with your friends, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also turn on notifications to never miss a new video. Please subscribe with notifications, turn on to never miss another new video from me, as we are on the road to 600 subscribers. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you for Moshi Sleep Story Reactions and Moshi Monsters Biography later on today. I'm Miguel Sanchez. Thanks for watching. God bless and happy gaming. Like, favorite, subscribe, and we'll see you in another video. Laters!